Look at that. We made Mickey ears. Look how crafty your boy is. Well, and the wife. Mostly. In other news, I don't have an intro. D078 and D079 Business Environment Applications 1 and 2. These are actually two different courses, but they're one and the same. Both courses together equal up to 4 credits, and they're all PA performance assessments. So you have 2 papers in part 1 and 2 papers in part 2. This should be a relatively short video because, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, there's not a whole lot of advice you can give to somebody writing a paper. So what I'm going to do is just kind of give you an overview of what you're writing about. If you need assistance writing papers, you can always go to the Student Writing Center or whatever it's called. And don't write more than what they're asking. So, for example, if they're asking, one of the questions here is identify 3 relevant stakeholders. You would just say 3 relevant stakeholders are, and then answer the question. It's not like normal papers, And I know I've said these things in other videos, but I'm trying to reiterate some of these things just in case somebody searches this specific course and they haven't watched the other videos. So I apologize if you've been watching all these. But yeah, don't go too into detail or think that you have to write like a very detailed like paragraph or explore things. Like, just answer the questions. So on part 1, which is D078, and both of them, they give you a scenario and you answer questions off the scenario. So the scenario in the first one is that you are the owner of an organic food market and you're trying to open up a catering service. So you go off the rubric of answering the questions and just go down the line of answering the questions based on the scenario of being an organic farmer who's opening up a catering service. The second one is that you are the owner of a musical instrument manufacturing business, and you start receiving like low quality materials. That's the sum of it, and then again you just go through and answer all the questions based off that scenario. There's a little bit more detail sprinkled in both of those, but that's kind of like the gist of it. Now, all 4 papers are a little lengthy, but not too terrible. I didn't really struggle. I didn't go through and read anything, or there is like I think in the course search there is a like little list of maybe like 15 videos, and they're all like 3 to 5 minutes a piece. But I only watched maybe like 2 or 3 of those for one of the questions they were asking where I didn't know what the terminology or whatever. But yeah, I watched a couple of those, and there's a few times that I actually went into the course material to just like go into the search bar and look up something. But all in all, I mean, you could knock out both of these courses in a day if you had, maybe 6 hours to just sit down by yourself and, write the papers. I know a lot of people hate writing papers, and sometimes it's hard for me to get started, but once I actually start, I can keep going. Same way with exercise and or eating healthy, is that it's always hard to get started doing it, but once you start, it's easy to keep doing it, and that's the way it is with these papers, is, actually sitting down and being like, okay, I guess I'm going to do it is the hard part, but once I actually start, you can burn through them pretty quick. But all in all, pretty easy courses. They didn't take me too long. The longest part of doing any PA so far that I've done is just waiting for them to get returned. I did have to do one revision on one of the papers, but they just basically said they wanted me to go more into detail. So I just, put in one extra sentence, and sent it in, and then they approved it. So, but again, like, they're pretty quick and easy courses. Now, I have 7 days left of this term, and I have 2 courses that I want to complete before the term ends. So, and at the end of my term, I've always thought that I wanted to do like a 6-month wrap-up video. So in the next 10 days, maybe, I should be, knock on wood, I should be posting 3 separate videos. One for taxation, one for, I think it's like human resource management or something like that. And then one my first 6-month term wrap-up video. So be looking out for those. Hopefully I can knock these 2 out. I've heard taxation and human resource management's not terrible. And I've really been experiencing I don't know if you'd call it burnout, because I don't feel like I've done enough to burn out, but maybe it's just with life and everything going on, and then also trying to stack on, planning this cruise that I have coming up, and my house falling apart throughout the holidays and the holidays. Maybe I've just been overwhelmed, so it's been hard to actually sit down at the computer and focus on courses. That's why, towards the beginning of this, I was posting a video a week, and now all of a sudden, I post one video. It seems like a month, so I'm sorry about that. But hopefully, I can get my mind right and kick it into gear for this next term. But like I said, just look out for those. Hopefully, I can post three different videos in the next 10 days or so. Um, yeah, and I'll explain how my term went and how many CUs I did, and maybe tips and tricks, or I'll go into a bunch of things. I'll write down some stuff. But thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple days.